If you've been cheated on, if you suspect there's some unfaithfulness going on, you're just having some gut reactions, or trust is just a really big issue in your relationship, you're in the right place. Because the truth is, your mind can become your worst enemy. Because you're replaying text messages, the times that he went out, you're replaying all of those moments where you weren't sure if there was the truth. It all just becomes one big mess of what's the truth and what's a lie. You can't stop the thoughts and you can't be free. So this is not just pain. This is your nervous system on high alert. It's trying to protect you from every single scenario to try and keep you safe. But this is just causing more pain. And what if I told you that relief doesn't come from forcing them into an answer? It comes from centered truth. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Hi, I'm Callie, and this is the Self-Worth Channel, where every week I share my tried and tested methods to help you go from a state of being anxiously attached to becoming clear, calm, confident, and worthy in your own state. And I use the power of the brain, the mind, the nervous system, the power of energy to help get you there. This is free content, and so in return, I hope that you would subscribe, like, comment, share my videos, so this can go out into the world of YouTube and we can share this with more and more women and create a wave of empowered, worthy people. Because where you're at, this isn't the end. This is the beginning of a new chapter, and these videos are here to help take you there, to get you on that journey to becoming your most magnetic, liberated self, and to help you see the truth that your patterns are not you. This is all just stuff that we have inside of us that we can heal. And I'm going to show you today how to do that. So let's say he cheated, or let's say he just doesn't feel trustworthy, or something feels off. Maybe he even betrayed you. And you're just feeling really broken right now. You're feeling attached and broken. That makes sense. And right now, I can guess that you're probably obsessing over your thoughts. You're probably wanting answers. You're probably wanting those answers, but not sure if you can trust them. So where are you going to get the truth? And you're probably replaying conversations, fixating on why did they do that? Why am I getting this feeling? Why am I not enough? Maybe you're trying to figure it out, but maybe this feeling of trying to figure it out is actually keeping you stuck. Why is that? Because it's reinforcing the emotional meanings that you're unconsciously attached to betrayal. You're attached to the idea that I'm not enough, that they're just validating that I already have this belief that I'm not enough, that I'm unsafe, that I can't trust. And when you obsess over what he can do to help you become better, what he can do to heal you, what you're doing is you're just giving him the power to everything about you. You're successfully giving him your magic wand. And you're saying, here is everything that will raise my self-worth. Here you go. Please give it to me. And when he comes back with those validating words, the apologies, it temporarily brings you some relief. But then things get worse again. Or maybe they just start to avoid you altogether. But no matter the circumstance for him, you're still feeling anxious, you're still feeling like you're on loop. But what if this loop is just a groove? What if we look at this loop right now as an opportunity? It's an opportunity to see where you're giving your power away and what you can change within yourself. So the truth naturally surfaces, so you don't have to seek the truth, but the truth comes to you. And what if once you change this groove, he actually starts treating you differently naturally? That's what happens. And this is the one trick and the one strategy that I'm going to be teaching you today that will help you to remove that need to be validated by him. And instead of that, we're going to really resource ourselves to become desirable, to become magnetic, to become unshakable. And that is either going to create distance naturally because you no longer desire anything less than what you know you deserve, or it's gonna create truth and it will bring you closer, because that is where we are heading in this video. So what do we do with this pain? What happens is we just start ruminating on it, right? We don't really know what to do with these thoughts, with these feelings. And so that's why we scan for clues. That's why we start ruminating on all of the thoughts and things that are happening. Oh, well, what if he left here and he actually is doing this? What if this, what does that mean? We're just starting to investigate all of it because this is all survival mechanisms. But here's the truth that most people don't even realize when we're spiraling. It is the more we try to figure it out and find that temporary relief and them maybe telling us, oh no, that didn't happen, or that's not true, or you're the best, or whatever, we get that external validation, the more we're reinforcing that very pattern, because what we're trying to do is then say, oh, well, I need your validation for me to feel whole. I need your validation that things are safe in order for me to feel safe. I can't access safety myself. So you're trying to escape this loop, but you're actually reinforcing it every time you reach for external validation. This is the whole issue. Obsessing is not clarity. It is resistance. And resistance always amplifies pain. Do you see where I'm going here? So in the self-worth system, in my community of women, we follow this process called neural repatterning. Now, neural repatterning is a very effective process where it is the process of shifting emotional meaning behind a thought, so that when we have this same thought or a similar belief or a similar thing come up, we can train the brain to give it a different associative meaning. So if your brain is currently looping betrayal to I'm not enough, if that's the connection is, oh, betrayal means I'm not enough. It means I'm not worthy. It means I'm not lovable. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start consciously shifting that, repatterning the association with betrayal. Because every time you think about betrayal, you are again experiencing that lack of self-worth on loop. And then it becomes an obsessive pattern. If you see where I'm going, say I in the comments below. But when you shift the association, then you shift the emotion. So instead of he cheated equals I'm not good enough, what you're going to do is you're going to shift that. He cheated equals I'm awakening to what I truly deserve. And you start to repeat that. Oh, he cheated. No, I'm going to redirect it, reroute it to, wait a minute, I'm awakening to what I truly deserve. It is a whole new meaning to the association, right? Because there are no lions chasing you. We do not need to associate it with life or death disconnection. That one new association that you're creating in the brain, it will change everything. And over time, it starts to repattern that. In the self-worth system, I do this subconsciously. So we do this through immersing ourselves in a visualization practice, and then we move it into conscious action. But right now, you need to take this tool, and if you can take anything right now in this moment, you need to start repatterning the associations with betrayal. Because right now your healing is no longer about fixing the past. Because we're in this video, it is about freeing you up for your future. Now, step 2. This is the second step of this video. Don't just stop there. We keep going. We don't then just move on by forcing ourselves to get better. How do we actually start to get better? We heal by letting go of what's keeping us stuck. That is where we can actually start to shift into surrender. And I've talked about this before in my videos, but surrender is not weakness. Surrender is what happens when you stop trying to force a situation from happening. So when you stop trying to force him to be loyal, when you stop trying to force him to tell you things, when you stop trying to force him to love you, whatever it is, you just stop trying to force these external situations from happening. Because ultimately, when we try to force, it pushes it away. So here's the shift. Instead of asking, how could he treat me this way? We want to change the question. We want to change the question to, brain, help me please release this pain. Help me please release this feeling associated with betrayal. Help me, help me, help me. Teach me how to let this go with grace. To come up with a way that I can do this with high self-worth so that I can feel my worth. This is not denial. So what we're doing is we're shifting this into energetic engagement and alignment into the problem-solving areas of the brain. You are moving from being a victim to a vessel. Two different things. In a vessel, we can create and cultivate space to grow, to become high self-worth, to become that person we deserve to be. We're a victim, we think other people are in power of our well-being. So this is where we go from being controlled to having clarity. So we don't want to skip this part. Step 1, repattern the association. Step 2, let go. And it might be really hard because when we think negative things about somebody else, like, oh, it's their fault, they're the worst, they're this, they're that, we, for some reason, think that we're actually hurting them or we're making them worse. But we're not. We're making ourselves worse here. Okay? So we need this surrender for us. These low self-worth thoughts are just cultivating more of that negative experience into our lives. And it's just going to keep happening because what we focus on, we attract. So resentment, blame, anger, making them feel bad, that does not bring relief. It brings maybe a dopamine hit when they come and they apologize, but it doesn't bring relief. It doesn't bring peace. So you can even do this right now, closing the eyes, taking a couple of deep breaths, and really just coming into your center, giving the body a hug, maybe rubbing the shoulders and the arms. Noticing that story that's replaying in your mind right now. And now repeating after me. Even though I keep replaying what's happening in the head, in the mind, I am open to seeing this differently. Please teach me how to let go of this story. Please show me how to accept it. And please show me how to heal this part of me that is wounded. Please help. Placing the hands over the heart. And you can repeat this question until you find your answer. What energy would serve you more than this story? Thinking about that. What is your next loving step for yourself? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you let those answers come in naturally on their own time, you're going to find the solution. You're going to find clarity and you're going to get to healing. You are not stuck. You're shifting your state. This situation is an opportunity to up level. And when you allow the brain to search for solutions, they will find the answer. At the end of the day, you're really not unworthy. All you've done is you've just never learned how to heal and become a worthy, whole, magnetic woman from within. So now's your time. So if you were betrayed, you didn't deserve it. But you don't have to wait for somebody else's breadcrumbs, somebody else's validation in order to heal. This is your invitation to a deeper relationship with yourself, with your truth, with your peace, with your power. And if you need any help, I have got you. Book a call with me, free 45-minute discovery call where we figure out your main pain points. We come up with the overarching needs. We create a game plan. And if you are invited to the Self-Worth System community, this is your opportunity in this call to join, to be a part of a system of other women who are all working in a 5-phase system in order to heal with community, accountability, weekly meetings, and unlimited support. So ultimately, healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means reclaiming your power. And by watching this video, this is your first step to release the power of them and to reclaim it for yourself. And if this video spoke to you, please give it a like, a comment, subscribe, share it, because you know what? It means so much to me to know that you're engaging with this content, and it might help somebody else who needs to hear this, that it's not them. They just haven't accessed the power they have from within. So let's build that self-worth and become a magnet to abundance, love, and liberation.